Activate your millionaire mindset using your head and your heart. The right mindset coupled to a super healthy body. So we're talking about getting your head, your heart, and your health in the right place for you to move forward, for you to achieve every single thing that you desire, want. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to my podcast, my Zoom, my TikTok, wherever you're picking this up. And the subject today is a very interesting subject. And welcome to my Activate Your Millionaire Mindset. You can actually see my background is quite interesting. I just set it up and it's, quite interesting. It's mirror image. For those that are listening, work out what mirror image is. It's backwards. But that's how life goes, and we continue. And it leads very much into our subject that we deal with today. I am not to blame. They are. It is them. Now, you might have heard that said to you in the space around you, or you might be the person saying this. Think about that. I am not to blame. They are to blame. Now, this is a mindset that gets people stuck into a lot of very unfriendly, very ugly spaces in their life. And here's the interesting thing. Think about that. You are in a certain place in your life, correct? Physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, every spoke of your wheel that you can think of. I deal with my students, I deal with 8 spokes in the wheel. Every single place you are in is because of the results and the decisions that you have made getting to this point. Who's responsible? Here's the question. Here's the question for today. Who is responsible for where you are today? And we get back to the statement, I'm not to blame. So who's to blame? Who's responsible? Who got you in this position where you are today, right here, right now? With every aspect you have, the relationships you have with yourself, people around you, the family and fun that you have, how much fun you're having, your fitness level, your health. Who's responsible for your health? Who's to blame? When you've got a stomach that hangs over your belly, or you can't walk up a flight of stairs, or you, excuse me, or you lean and mean, ripped and ready, fit and fast. Who's to blame? Who's responsible? Who got you to that position? Your relationship with God, your faith, your farming, how you make your money, your finances, how you manage your money, your philanthropy. How much do you give away? And a lot of people, when I say that, look at me like I'm an alien, say, David, are you nuts? They've got the scarcity mentality. There's not enough for me. Interestingly enough, and when you hang around the right people and listen to the right people and have the right mentors, they literally say you need to be grateful. You need to show gratitude. And how's one of the easiest ways to show gratitude? Give to those that are not as fortunate as you in every aspect. Your time, your skill, your energy, your money. So, and fulfillment, your life. How fulfilling is your life? How, when you sit down and you spend some me time and you spend some head time, how happy are you in that space? Do you literally say, ish, I'm fulfilled and I'm on track, I'm on schedule. I'm where I should be. And this is an important mindset, an important question to ask yourself. And hopefully when I'm finished with this podcast, you actually realize that this I am not to blame, it's them, is completely and utterly the wrong mindset. You are responsible. You are to blame. Your life is where it is, wherever it is. And I'm not asking you that question. You need to look in the mirror and ask those cold, hard, brutal truth questions. Am I where I want to be? And let's be real. Majority of the planet is not. There's a very small percentage. I don't know what that percent could be. 5%, maybe less. Are the people that in that space and saying, "Youpee, I'm in the right space. I've taken responsibility. I do not blame anybody. What happens in my life is purely and solely up to me. Me and me alone." And that's why that statement I said earlier about the background, when those people that eventually see this thing or look at it on a visual thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm to blame. I put it together. I got it wrong. Who's going to solve it? Me, or I take it to a professional. But I've got to sort it out. It's up to me. I can't blame the platform that I used and said, no, it's not good. Well, it's a learning process for me. Now I know I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's another question entirely. There's two questions. I mean, you've got to look at it and say, who's to blame? I've got to fix it. How to fix it can be another whole podcast, can be another whole question. Do you have people in your space that can actually do that for you? Or do you need to hire somebody? Whatever the challenge is, we all have certain skill sets. And I talk to entrepreneurs all the time. And here's the interesting thing about being an entrepreneur and running your own business. It is not possible for you to be able to do everything. It's just not possible. No matter how skilled you are, there are just too many moving parts. And also in our modern world, coming with things that you don't know what you don't know. And one of those things is AI. You need to get into that space. Do you know everything about AI? Unlikely. When you know everything about AI, you more than likely don't know much about marketing or finances or pick a subject. That's why you have business coaches and business mentors, that they talk to you specifically in that one space of yours, in your business, to get it working. So think about this, your mindset. Are you the one pointing the finger and saying, it's not me, it's them? And I love Madiba Magic. Madiba is Nelson Mandela. And, you know, he was a world-class leader, and he was actually asked, why are you such a good leader? And he said, I learned as a young boy from my father. He said, how did you learn? He said, my father was an elder in the village. And when he used to have a meeting or an imbizo, or whatever you want to call it, everybody used to sit in a circle. Think about that. Nobody's taking power. Nobody's blaming and pointing the finger at anybody. You made the error. You did no. Everybody sits in a circle. So there's no power struggle, because everybody's in a circle. Everybody's equal. And then his father spoke last. So what you do is you let everybody else speak. Hear what they got to say. And then you speak. And then you don't blame anybody, and everybody gets a chance to verbalize what's their challenge and what the problem is. Every single person gets that opportunity. Not just you. What do most people do? They blame everybody else. They start the conversation and they flap their gums, and I know everything, and I. No. It's about we. And that's why when you understand this process of it's me, I'm responsible, I'm to blame, and you switch that switch in your head. Look, it can be a seriously enlightening moment, a serious transformation. That boom, wow, it's me. Now, here's the beauty of it. I was speaking to somebody on the weekend, and here's the beauty of it. Your life and the responsibilities up to you. Why is that beautiful? Don't like where you are? Change it. It's up to you. It's not, and a lot of people say it's the government, it's my spouse, it's my boss, it's the economy. I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, I've got the wrong color, I'm the wrong height. Come on, guys. Seriously? That's just your BS. And BS, by the way, I'm not swearing because I have said to two of my mentors, I'm going to avoid profanity. So BS, I'm not using a bovine excrement. I'm using your belief system. So BS is not bovine excrement. It's actually your belief system. And it's what you believe. It's your mindset. It's them. No, 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 no. Remember, look at your hand when you're pointing a finger. There's three fingers pointing back at you. Yep. A lot of people never look at that thing and say, avoid pointing fingers, because a lot of the time the problem, I love the way the expression is with driving cars and motor vehicles and that. It's the nut behind the steering wheel. Or in computer terms, they've got the one that says it's the person in front of the screen, or the one doing the typing, or the one sitting in the chair. That is very often the challenge. Very often the challenge. And this conversation we're having is for you to sit down and say, wow, am I blaming my spouse, the world, the boss, the economy, everything else out there external, when it's actually me? And by the way, when it actually clicks and you literally say, wow, it's me and it's up to me. You mean I can change it? Yes, hell yes. That's the beauty of it. And that's hopefully what you get from this conversation. You don't have to blame anybody else. Look in the mirror and say, it's up to me. And then when you get smart, you say, hey, I can change it. That is beautiful. I don't have to keep going down the same road with all the nonsense that's happening. I can change it. Think about this. You are not a tree. A tree has only got the opportunity to be a tree and to live in one place. Look, you can transplant certain trees, but the tree doesn't decide that. We do. Trees can't decide and say, hey, I want to be a fish. No, they're a tree. No, I want to live in another country. Doesn't happen. But us as human beings can literally change that. You don't like what's happening in your life? Change it. Make the changes. Make it happen for you. And this is what this conversation is about. So please just take some time and think about this and say, you are to blame. You are responsible. And that, by the way, is not a bad thing. It is absolutely beautiful. Why? I have the power to change it. Think about it. When it's my spouse, the world, the economy, the government, my boss, how likely do you think it is that those people are going to change to your benefit? Highly unlikely. But when you look at it and you say, whoa, I can change it. I don't like this. I can change the whole process, the whole story. Man, that is beautiful. Man, that is powerful. I love it. Think about it. It's up to you. You can do it. You can make it happen. I sincerely hope that in this conversation we're having here, I've got you to ask the questions and realize it is up to me. Nobody is coming to save you. You know the fairy tales? The prince on the beautiful big white horse? It's not happening. It's not happening. Bit of a reality check, and sometimes people don't want to hear that. They always think something's happening in the future. Hope is a good thing, but you've got to put the action in there. You've got to realize it. I mean, it's not just hoping and praying. Praying's good and hoping's good as well, but you've got to do the action. And I love that story where the guy goes to church and says, God, please let me win the lotto. And a voice comes down from above and says, please buy a ticket. You've got to do the action. And I love it. I think it's an Irish expression that literally says, it doesn't help to lie on the couch and visualize plowing the field. You've got to get off the couch and you've actually got to physically go and plow the field. You're responsible. You to blame, which is a beautiful, hopefully you just had this epiphany. Boom, crumbs, it's up to me. You mean I can change? Yes, please do. I can change what I don't like in my life? Yes, you can. Who said you can't? You're not a tree. You can do whatever you want to do. You can live wherever you want to live. Entirely up to you. The limitations you put on that is in your mind and in your mindset. That's why my podcast and my business and my mentoring is called Activate Your Millionaire Mindset. Because it's all about your mindset. And there's some people who've come from horrible adversity. Horrible. Absolutely. We won't even go there. That ugly that I don't even want to go there and mention it. And they are now part of that 5% because they said, this is, yes, where I started was not good, but where I end is up to me. Where I progress through this process is up to me. It's not about my background. I came from that background, therefore I'm stuck in that background. No, you're not. You're not a tree. Step up. Take responsibility. Take blame. And turn that to a positive and make it happen for you. And I will leave you with this. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. And most important, remember, you are light. When you like what you've seen or heard and it's brought value to your life, please like, comment, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, or subscribe, like, comment, whichever it is. Please do one of the three, or ideally all three. Peace be with you.